Hello, everybody. Welcome to OverDose Vapes. This is Obese Mode number 25, Easter Sunday Vape Extravaganza, except it's just me and Nicole, and we're just going to hang out.
Hello.
So what's going on is that Yeti's having problems getting into the room. A couple people had to cancel at the last minute. I'm forgetting everybody's name. This is crazy. We were supposed to have Don from Zen Vapor. He had a family emergency pop up the last second, so he won't be with us. Paul Hessian, who's one of our regular panelists, it's his birthday today, and it's Easter, and so he's not going to be able to make it.
Rose's going to be late.
Yeah, Rochelle from Vape With Me is going to come on, but she's going to be a little late. Yeti is having a lot of trouble getting on, like I said, and Giz is missing in action, but I expect him shortly. So, yeah, I thought we'd just get it started. Hello, everybody. Chat's there. You know, this is the thing. The chat people always show up, but the panelists never show up. So it's rough.
Well, sometimes looking in the chat and seeing which people have been on a show actually kind of helps by saying, "Hey, you want to be on?"
Yeah, no, I definitely got to start reaching out to more people and just having backup people. You know, stuff happens. I totally understand that. You know, life happens, and I'm not paying anybody to be on, so that's another thing.
Damn, no paycheck anymore.
Well, just you. I didn't want everybody else to know that, though. So yeah, we do have some stuff, some topics to discuss tonight that I wanted to touch on. We are having a cloud competition. This week we are doing tanks, which is going to be interesting. Any tank, any wattage, any mod, doesn't matter, any build. Should be interesting. I was really hoping Yeti's going to make it because he has like 30 millimeter fucking dump tank or whatever it's called. So that should be interesting. I am going to be using a sub-ohm tank. Okay. So what's going on, Nikki B?
Not much. Just chilling after doing the remix with the row.
That's such a great idea. I love that idea for the show. That's so awesome.
It's doing really well. We had Turk and Slim on there, and they're DIYers. They're not YouTubers, so it's one of those things that, you know, you're getting another perspective of just an average, everyday DIYer that's not influenced mainly by, like, you know, subscription count.
Yeah. No, you know, that's I always wanted that for this show too, is just to not only have people who are on YouTube. That's why I like to have Paul on. Paul's not a YouTuber, you know, and like Yeti. Well, Yeti is basically at this point, he is a YouTuber. He's on more shows than I am.
Yeah, so. He does a lot of live, but he does, well, I'm just saying, yeah, I have that on my channel as well. Like I have Miss Giggles, and I have, you know, like Kevin, he doesn't do YouTube, and, you know, he speaks, but, you know, when kind of like addressed or he has an opinion. And a lot of people ask, you know, why do you have that person on there? Because, you know what, when they do speak, the words that come out of their mouth are helpful and honest and just remarkable. You know, it's and they have the questions that we might not actually come up with, or you know, that newbie, you know, like where we forgot, where new vapors like come to, you know, well, oh man, I forgot all about that. You know, it's one of those things that
the issues that you start with, but then we have forgotten in the coming years. People that are, you know, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. People that are newer, or just people who have a different perspective, because we can get kind of caught, especially in our group of people, we get kind of caught in this little echo chamber of the same opinions about a lot of stuff, and the same juices that we're all vaping, and the same hardware that we're all using, because we're like a really small community of people. Yeah. And it's just nice to break out of that every once in a while.
Right. Like I have a friend, we always call him Mr. Wilson, but his name is Richard, or he likes to be called Dick, you know, but because all Richards are nicknamed that, but he is the total opposite of us. He is a high PG, high Nick vapor, and he's never strayed from that. He actually, since he's not working at the vape shop anymore and he's driving taxi, he is vaping like what we vape, and he's hating it. He really hates it because he used to be able to make his high PG juices and stuff in the shop. And he's like, I don't have the same flavorings, right now. Cause when you're driving a taxi, you have to pay for your taxi and, money's tight. And I'm like, you know what? If you need help, just let me know. If you need that PG, if you need some, flavorings, let me know.
I don't even use PG. I don't have PG in my house and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, but see, he has, I think, the VG. He doesn't like it. It's too muted for him.
Yeah, and sweet. It can be really sweet. It can be very muted. You're right. It's weird because hey, Eddie, are you in the dark?
Your camera's. You have a camera, but something's in the way of it.
God damn it. Hang on, let me fix this.
There you are. There he is.
Here's shit.
Hey, we're so glad you made it.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, fuck, man, you're fine. I want to say what's up to Tasha. Hey, Tasha, what's going on, girl? I'm so glad to see you in the chat. I heard that you were in an accident, and I'm just so glad that you're okay. Tasha is a great friend of the channel, and it's always nice to see people make a good recovery.
Yeah, and she's been coming into the shack lately a lot, but since she's recovering, she's taking some time to herself. So it's to recuperate. Hopefully she won't have to have surgery too. So prayers for Tasha.
Yeah, definitely. So we got Big Natty Vapes in the house. What's going on? Mad Dog Vapes.
And Owen.
Vape and Vandy. Owen is here. What's up, Owen? Boop with me.
Oh, Vito, which is AKA Silent Bob.
Karen Presley, also a really nice person. Karen is.
Oh, wonderful.
Keith Black, what's up, Keith? So we got Lead Pipe 58, what's up?
Fuck, now it starts.
There you are.
Hey, better late than never, brother. Randall Hayes, what's up? I'm so glad you made it. Okay, so Randall, you got a question for Yeti. Now's the time. Let's hear it. We are very happy to have you on the live show, Randall. And Juan Castillo, what's up? All right. So, Yeti, what's the tank that you're using tonight for the comp?
Just like you said, the 30 millimeter Omega.
Oh, you fucking son of a gun, you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. This is like one of my favorite comps of so far. So
that's the new one, isn't it? Is that the new one, Yeti?
No,
or is that the
this
dump
is
tank?
like a year and a half old. No,
is that the dump tank?
This is from Omega.
Oh, the Omega one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the
he
BFT.
Was talking about the dump tank. I was like, wait a minute, he's going.
Yeah, I thought it was the dump tank, but I guess not.
No.
I think he wants a little flavor with his vape.
Yeah, Vaping Swag, what up, dog? Yeah, Yeti, they want to sign you up for Grindr. It's the gay Tinder.
Tinder.
It's like the
Fuck it, let's do it.
dating site.
Grindr is called. There's a new one called Grindr, not Tinder.
Yeah, it's Grindr. Yeah, you're a big bear. I think you're gonna find you a man, some love.
Maybe I can give me a sugar daddy.
Hey, that's all of our dreams, right? Sugar daddy.
That's right. Everybody's got a price.
Hey, mine is fucking cheap too. So you guys can bring your dollars and make it happen. Okay. Yeah. So Eddie, in case you didn't hear, we have a couple missing people. It's Paul Heston's birthday today, so he's not coming on. And also Dawn had a family emergency last second, and that's just the way that live shows goes.
Yep. No worries. We can hold down the fort.
And I am sick, so if my voice sounds weird, if I'm even redder than normal, it's because I'm sick. And I have a broken tooth.
And here it's
crazy. It's like rubbing against my tooth or against my lip.
The gum.
Yeah, it's fucking making me crazy.
See if y'all can see this.
Might want to shut that one down. Taking up your bandwidth. Is it doing an update? Did you get the Windows update or something? It says it needs to do a restore.
Yeah, it had to do an update, but then it started acting real weird.
That's shitty.
So
Every time
I do this thing.
I don't even like turning my computer off because I'm sure that when I turn it back on, it's going to take like 2 hours of fucking updates and bullshit just to get back to where I want to be.
Yep.
Oh, there's an offer for Owen Ginter to be your sugar daddy, uncle.
Yeah.
Hey.
He didn't hesitate either. He was like, boom, I'll take it.
That's a very expensive. That's a very expensive wallet. Do you have your fat daddy wallet on? Because
yeah, you gotta have the money. You ain't a beard no more, Mr. Ginter. Yeah, Ginter shaved his fucking beard off. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good, but I mean,
oh yeah, he looks good.
It's bizarre.
He doesn't look like that picture of a rat that I did in Photoshop.
So where the fuck is Gizzard Stew? I want to know too.
Who's Gizzard Stew?
Who's Gizzard Stew? Ouch.
I can't comment.
All right.
No.
Good. You can tell me later. All right. So I had some questions I wanted to ask. I anticipated more people, but you guys will do. So I was thinking.
Thanks.
No, I'm just fucking around.
We're good enough.
You guys are good enough. So I'm not going to name names or anything, but I saw somebody was posting on Instagram, and they had said something, and it wasn't negative, right? But they had said something like, "Oh, I'm smoking the smoke shack," or "I'm vaping in the smoke shack," and all the smokers had left, and it like made like a reference to like, "Hey, these guys are, you know, like dirty smokers" or something like that, and it wasn't that exactly, but it was something that was like almost negative, but not quite negative, like a little passive, but also a little negative, and I was just thinking, like, is that helpful? I mean, is that something that you guys see in vapors, like vapors looking down on smokers? Is that something that we could like address and something that we could change? Because honestly, I think it's so important to have like open hearts and and a lot of love towards smokers so that we can help bring them to be vapors, you know what I mean? And not push them away and make them feel like shit.
Right. And the way to address them and everything is just ask them, you know, have you ever tried any alternatives, and see their opinion on all these alternatives before you address them with maybe like vaping and stuff. It's nothing dirty. Come on, we did it for how many years?
And that's the thing is I think that as somebody who's been both an addict on drugs and as an addict on tobacco, it's just seen that like when you go to NA meetings and stuff like that, and you're with people that are in recovery for addiction, there's a lot of hostility almost towards people that are actively using. And I don't know if that's, you know, I know it's not helpful, you know, and I just don't know if that's healthy for the person who's demonstrating that negativity. You know, just to have this like hostility towards yourself, basically. And so I just, you know, it's something that I've noticed lately.
I think we see the reflection in the mirror when we stand across the, you know, from a smoker of, oh my God, what are you doing? And we want to basically beat ourselves up, and we might take that negativity to them with, yeah, oh, you could be, you know, and it's almost like pushing, you know, that peer pressure, you know, you don't want to do that to them.
Yeah. It's rough, you know, because I think that at the end of the day, if you ask a vapor, you know, do you want to help people stop smoking? They're all going to say yes. They want to share this new thing, vaping, that's helped them so much with other people. But I think there's also this like subconscious part of us that kind of just has this holier than thou attitude towards smokers. And it's just something I've seen a lot. And I hope that people can recognize that behavior in themselves and try to make changes, you know, because we don't want to push people away. We want to draw people in.
Right.
Ro, what up, girl?
And we need to realize too that they're not going to be like us, and we can't recommend the stuff that we're vaping on unless it's the juice, but you're going to have to do a higher strength. You know, that's just it. But not too high. You might want to start them in the middle of the road. Some people like me, I didn't start in the high range of like 24 Nick. I think it was too harsh.
I don't think anybody should start at 24. That's fucking craziness.
No, start them in the middle, and if it's not enough, then gradually go up. You know, me, sometimes I go up to a 6, but yet I only was on 6 for a little bit, and then found I would nick myself out on 3. And I was smoking menthol cigars, so I don't know if maybe I weaned myself down from the harsh stuff in cigarettes to the menthol cigars to the vaping. I don't know. I don't know like the effects of like the menthol cigars either. So it's.
Yeah, you know, I think that all of it's if you're lighting something on fire, it's probably all bad.
Yeah,
You know, it's not something that I'm trying to call people out on, like any of this behavior. It's just something that I was just, you know, hoping to raise attention on and just like, you know, don't be assholes to smokers. You know, we get it. You have made the decision to stop smoking and start vaping, which is great. But you also don't need to punish people who are still struggling with it, you know. Well, it feels like that. It feels like it's punishment.
It's okay to still be a dual user because maybe they just haven't found their happy medium either.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like homeboy Josh always says, is to put the best, you know, make the best representation of yourself as possible, but also do it towards smokers, because they're a smoker just like you were at one point. They just haven't been informed, you know, so don't be an asshole to them. Just, you know, give them the information that they need. You know, they'll get there. They'll get there.
Hey, Ro, I think you're echoing. It's Google.
Can't be echoing. I don't have anything off. My problem is I can't get the stupid camera to zoom in at all. It's being stupid.
Stupid camera.
Stupid nung nung. Now you see my puppy playpen back there. He's not in there, but.
Aww. So how are you, Roro?
Good. I just got done working, and I had my live show earlier, which did really well. And figured, I heard about this tank cloud comp thing, and I'm like, oh, I gotta be in on that, because I might be able to come close to beating, or at least getting somewhat in the capacity of Yeti, because Yeti has these like crazy. I would love to see Yeti and my Vapes together, because I think it would be a true competition. No. Yeti's got some fucking gorilla.
No, I want the thing. Yeti and Niji.
Shit, I don't hold a candle to Niji. Shit.
Come on, it's gotta be a guy and girl. Niji all the way. Girl rocks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even face up to that. Are you kidding? No, fucking no.
It'd be awesome.
See, the thing is, bro, though, if you win tonight, you'll have to come back next week to defend your title. That's just how it works.
We're gonna get you.
My problem is I work normally at night. I'm the busiest because I work in the foreclosure business. So when all the crews are home, like out of the field, they're uploading all this information I have to input, and I have to have it in before midnight. So nights are hard for me, but anytime I'm not working, I would love to. I've been a huge fan. I think I've been watching Travis since I first got into vaping. He's actually one of the first channels I subscribed to, and I've been talking to Travis for a while. I was supposed to be back here in December. That didn't pan out. I was supposed to make it another time, and I was working, so I figured, man, I got to get on there, because
you got to come on before you fucking just go blow right past us and you're like a big famous YouTuber, and then you won't remember us anymore.
That's what my some of our smaller group said when I first got into my beauty channel, that, you know, oh, you're gonna take off. I've been kind of sitting at like just under 7 for a year now, so it's super competitive there, and for me, it's not about the subscriber count. If I could give somebody the right information, or help somebody, or just be part of this amazing community, that's all I'm down for. I'm not down. I mean, subscriber counts don't matter to me. I don't worry about what little money YouTube would ever give me. It's all about interacting with people that I have a commonality with. Because in my real life, minus my husband, there really no babies other than converted.
Sorry.
So, this is my outlet. This is my way of being, giving back to a community that's given me something, and I absolutely love it. I love vaping.
Why don't you marry him?
You know, that's such a great attitude to have, and that's why you're going to do well in our community, especially because it's not about the fucking numbers. You know what I mean? It's about making connection. Oh my god! Already. And then he fucking disappears. I'll be back, girls.
It's a menage a trois now. I'm sorry. You gotta know me on my live shows. I can get a little sideways, so I apologize if y'all aren't used to me, but
please do. Please do.
No, but this is what I say. Oh, Yeti's back.
He had to go out and come back in. Well,
where did Travis go?
Travis had to go out and come back in because he turns into max headroom once in a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like, As I was saying, it's not about, as I said, I could be doing this just in the shack and I'd be completely happy. The fact that I'm comfortable on YouTube, I've been doing it for 3 years. It's just a natural transition to do it on here. But what's crazy is for as long as I've been doing YouTube, if you made me do a live show by myself, I sound like a blubbering idiot because I'm used to having other people around me. So it's just like, okay, I'm by myself. Like, I do it all the time with the camera, right? But I can edit stuff out all the time, which if you ever watch my videos, you'll catch it all the time. I say stupid shit all the time. But
I edit
by
like
myself in a live show, all brain cells go out the back of my head.
The first live show I ever did was just me, and I actually had a really good time. It was fun. It was interesting. I wouldn't do it again, but it was fun. It was actually fun that one time.
Yeah,
I
didn't like it.
But
I didn't like
editing-
doing a live build and stuff with people and stuff. I couldn't focus on the chat and the build and stuff. It's
People get fucking mad if you don't pay attention to chat.
That's what I'm trying. I'm
They get
trying to
really
look
mad.
at it, but I feel like I'm not. Like when I'm reviewing, right? I look at my camera at the lens, and I actually have a sticker at the top of my lens to make me focus there. Otherwise, I'm looking at the side view, right? I have to remind myself the camera's right here, but I'm tending to look at the screen where you guys are right here, so I'm looking down.
This is, you guys want to hear something really, this is something, like an insight into my psyche. When I'm editing videos or when I'm like watching the live streams, I watch myself.
Isn't it weird though?
It's creepy, and I can't help myself. I just always find myself going, whoop, looking at myself.
And you never sound like you think you sound.
No.
yeah.
I hate the sound of my voice. I fucking hate the sound of my
I don't like video editing because I don't like the sound of my voice.
Yeah, I'll watch my video once to make sure it's not fucked up because I've posted fucked up videos before, like where it's cut off at 2 minutes, but the video is actually 6 minutes. But then I'll never watch it again. I'm just like,
I
okay.
have to watch. I watch just the cuts. I watch the very beginning of the video where the intro stops and the video begins. I watch the fucking cut between the bottle shots and going back to the video just to make sure that it's all smooth. I can't watch the videos. They're terrible. They're just terrible. I can't
What's
watch
crazy is everybody doesn't realize why you always shout in Rochelle, why you always type in caps. Because as the stream's going, if I look over to the side and I see caps, I know my comment went through. If I don't type in caps, it gets lost and I'm not paying attention, so I'll scroll up. Okay, did I actually type that? There's a purpose behind my caps.
It's not shouting. It's just to get noticed.
Fogging out with the Batman's here. What's up, Batman? He's got an interesting channel too. I like his channel a lot, actually. Yeti, you're having a hell of a time over there, bud.
Yeah, I'm about ready to say fuck it.
You look great. What's up?
That last time was my fault, though.
Oh.
Don't get sad. Come on.
You accidentally hit the X button.
No, I accidentally hit the power button.
Yeah,
I'm not used to this computer.
Yeah, my power button's on the side of the laptop, so there's no touching it to where it can turn it off unless you do it on purpose.
Yep.
Roro, do you have negative attitudes towards smokers?
No.
Do you
I
have
have
Their smell, maybe.
Yeah.
I have sympathy. Because I believe people continue to smoke. Number one, they do not know how bad they smell. Because until I quit, I felt like I had to apologize to everyone. Granted, I carried hand sanitizer with me. I always carried Bath and Body Works spray. If you can smell that shit through the smoking. But here's the thing. I smoked for 22 years, right? I aged myself for 22 years. I destroyed my body for 22 years. And had I known there was something that not only was cheaper in the long run, unless you're a hobbyist, right? It's cheaper in the long run to do what we do. But if I knew it could taste this good and would be that easy, 22-year smoker, and I quit in 3 days.
Yep.
3 days. And had I known, I could have, number one, it's almost taken me 2 years to get my skin back. I had really bad adult acne. That this could have switched me from the suffering and the scars I have now on my face, I would have done a long time ago. So I feel sympathy for those because they're ill-educated to understand that unless you truly like the smell, you truly like yellowing up your walls, ruining and devaluing your car, smelling like an ashtray, that this could give you the same craving or fulfill those same cravings with tasting better without losing your teeth, without discoloring your teeth. Because granted, smokers, you look at the people who have been long-term smokers and you look at their teeth, 90% of them have lost teeth. It's just no fact. You've lost teeth. So say if you do get a cavity, your cavities are 100 times worse than a non-smoker because of that tar and nicotine. So I feel sympathy for them because they don't know. Because if they truly knew, unless they were suicidal, they would switch to vaping.
You know, that's the sad thing is I think that a lot of people do know. I mean, they do comprehend how bad it is.
They know of, they don't understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Understanding and knowing are two separate things. Because like my mother-in-law, she is a BSN. It works at one of the biggest hospitals in the state of Ohio. She works for Ohio State University Hospital. And until I educated her in regards to what it was, she still thought that vape caused cancer. Vaping caused cancer.
Yeah.
She did not know the percentages because there's so much misinformation out there. The real information doesn't penetrate because it's so much easier to go to 7-Eleven, go to BP, pick up a pack of cigarettes and a lighter and vape versus understanding what juice is going to get me there, that I have to have batteries. There's battery safety involved, right? How to do wattages and stuff like that. That's why I'm such an advocate for the smoke V8 pen, flavor, clouds, one button. That's it. One button can last you all day. So a lot of people are like, put them in a Nautilus, get that mouth to lung. Well, for me, as long as I smoked, a mouth to lung device was okay for me for 2 weeks. And then I had to spend more money. So I think if you get them in a good transitional product that has the ability to, not necessarily the V8, but even just getting a one button, I think Aspire has a 3,000 mAh battery with one button.
Yeah,
right?
they have like the Ego 1s and shit too, which are
Get them a Nautilus type tank that right now on the market costs about $20 that they can upgrade to something else like maybe the Cleto, right? And then work your way. This is one thing I have a problem with YouTubers that always are putting out the latest and greatest like this, like this, like this. It's just like anything in life. It's about trend, right? Trend is going to drive sales. Somebody wants this mod because it looks like this. That person is vaping it and they say it's awesome and it's not right for them. I think the biggest part that people don't get is vaping is so personal. It's so personal and they don't ask the right questions. People give the wrong answers. Like right now we have how many people in chat? 27 people. Yep. I guarantee if I said, okay, I'm a smoker, I want to quit, I need a juice and a mod to get me off cigarettes, you'd have 27 different answers.
Yep.
Without asking me a single question about what I like, how many packs of cigarettes I've smoked a day, how many, what kind they were, because that's a big determiner if it's menthols or cowboy killers or whatever. So I think if everybody, even if you're not a YouTuber or if you don't go into live shows, educate, ask the right questions, be a friend, don't give somebody an answer just to give them the answer. I mean,
not everybody does YouTube. I have found that out in my town.
A ton of people that vape are just in it to quit smoking, and that's as far as they're ever going to go with it. And something like an Ego 1 or something like a Cleto with a just a pen is going to do fine for them forever. They will never need to upgrade because that's going to be satisfying for them, you know.
Right.
Yep.
And the thing is too is I refrain, like I've said this before, I refrained my parents to get into the YouTube world. I didn't want them to do the research. I wanted to be the teacher for them because I didn't want them to get into the habit. I didn't want the hobby side.
Yeah.
I didn't want them into that because I didn't want them to sit there and say, well, this is not enough. This is not enough. What they had was what they knew. So if they had not the knowledge of YouTube, which they're not on YouTube unless it's a link and somebody sends it to them, this is the thing. If you don't get them into the hobby side, they'll be happy.
And 90% of people don't ever get into the hobby side. I mean, most people don't.
Yeah. YouTube world, which is so hell-bent on all this stuff, like, oh God, Yeti, I can't imagine half the stuff he has. is the smallest minute corner of the entire community.
Yeah, I've been to shops before and talked to people that are experienced vapors that have all the newest, neatest, the coolest shit. And then you ask them like, "Oh, do you watch Rip Trippers?" And they're like, "What's a Rip Tripper?" Like, "Oh, you don't watch YouTube?" "Yeah, I watch YouTube all the time." It's like, "But you don't watch vaping stuff?" Vaping's on YouTube. It's like it's like
I don't even
the
get
first
it.
place I went because I was a reviewer before, with other products like household products and electronics and stuff.
Mhm.
And I went directly to YouTube when I found out about vaping. It's that go-to. It's like Google search, like you do Google search, you type in vaping, what's popping up? It's popping up YouTube videos.
As soon as I'm getting into a new thing, whatever it is, video games or fucking vaping or anything, the first place I go is YouTube, because you're going to find a wealth of information on any topic that you can imagine,
I like to change the thermostat in my Silverado in 45 minutes on YouTube. It saved me hundreds of bucks.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. Okay, so getting into some vaping stuff. What's everybody vaping on? What's everybody been vaping on in the previous week?
Zenith and now the Maxo.
The Maxo.
Yes, just today I brought out the other coil because the 12 coil sucks, but the other one, the 0.2 ohm, the 3 little, I don't even know what chamber it is. Oh gosh, see, I'm a reviewer and I don't know shit.
What kind of liquid?
Famous last words.
My famous last words. I'm a reviewer and I don't know shit because I didn't look at the box.
Absolutely.
How many times have you looked at the back of the box before you put the coil in?
So many times I've not looked at boxes and then started doing a video, and then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know anything about this product. I need to at least read the box, I guess.
Yeah, it's the XLC3 coil, 50 to 180 watts. And
you're running it at 40 probably, huh? Oh, you got it on a Zenith. Never mind.
Yeah, I got it at about 4.0.
So, okay, so what kind of liquid you been using though?
BB Fetish.
Oh, fancy. That's a little custom blend.
Oh, it's a Thor e-liquid. It's Roro's concoction.
Fish is a banana bondage pudding pounder and blueberry something.
But it's weird because sometimes I taste peanut butter, and why do I taste peanut butter? I guess it's that caramel.
It's completely subjective.
I taste like that caramelization, like you would do like a caramelized banana, like bananas and peanut butter. I don't know. It's just weird. It's the caramelization. Caramel's weird to me.
All these flavors, there's like reoccurring flavors. They won't even be part of the liquid, but I'll get flavor notes of like maple a lot, and tons of different vapes that don't have anything to do with maple, but I'll taste maple. When it comes to cereal vapes, I get dish soap fucking in a lot of those flavors. Honestly, like it's the lemon. Yeah, it's this gross,
it's pledge
soapy lemon flavor. And not all cereals, but a lot of cereals. Like Looper tastes like shit to me, and people love that liquid.
Yeah,
I didn't like it at all.
I never liked any cereal vapes.
There's been like 2 that I like.
There's a couple that I've liked.
They're okay. They're always like, oh, they're okay. It tastes like, okay, but it's not been like, oh, I have to vape this all day long. Oh,
I'm still waiting for my Captain Crunch. I'm waiting. I can't.
I've had some really good Captain Crunches. Oh my god.
Not with the berries though. She is specific. No berries.
No, just the Captain Crunch. I've had a couple really good Captain Crunches.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me a list of.
Yeah, I'll give you a list for sure.
The only decent cereal vape I've ever tried and actually liked was Bolo Joy by Coil Vapes.
Oh,
Dean makes it.
I never tried that.
That tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles. Exactly like Fruity Pebbles.
I will have to. I don't know the liquids right off the top of my head. I will get a list together for everybody, and next week I will tell everybody the cereal vapes that you guys need to try. I'm not thinking of it right off the top of my head, but sorry, Yeti. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what made me mad about that bowl of joy? Dean sent me a bottle that big, a 5 ml sample when I got this one, and I was so mad. I'm like, whatever, that's fine. I got to like hit it like 3 times and I was done.
5 mils is it's just gone.
I think the one, there's 2 of them I have that's whipped, the rainbow one, and the Yum Yum Pebbles Donut are the only 2 that I've ever tried that are actually decent.
I
love your little setup back there, bro. Your backlit.
Let's see that.
her sparkles.
Before this, I had actually sequence up there, but it fell down and I have not put it back up.
I love it. I think it looks great.
It was an
It's like a
actual
vape shop.
Let's see that puppy robe.
It kind of looks like a vape shop mixed with a hairdresser. I like it.
Well, see, this is new. I got a brand new 8-week-old puppy, and
Let's
I
see him.
gassed all day yesterday and today.
Where's
So
he
I
at?
had to make his little room right here.
Where's he?
Let's see him. He's a cute little fucker.
He
Get
is
him out. I want to see him.
daddy right now.
Oh, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I have pictures of him. He's so cute. He was in my actually.
I saw him in the
review I
video.
just posted.
Yeah, I saw him. I left a comment. Did you not read my comment?
I haven't read any comments today. I literally came home from dropping off my daughter, started working, had my live show, finished working, and now I'm here.
Juan?
I hope you under. I hope. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say I hope you understand the joke that I was playing on you when you read it.
So you know I gotta go in and read it.
You're
Find
gonna
out
be
what-
fucking offended, bro. I just wanted to tell Juan. Juan says he loves tube mods, but they're just so damn expensive. But me and Yeti, we don't have tons of money, but we have tons of tube mods because there are a lot of options for cheap tube mods. Clones, places like 3F Vape, they're going to have all the big name mods, but they have clones of them, and they have pretty good quality. Maybe get with Yeti and me after the show, and we can guide you towards some good mods.
Also, this year is going to be a kind of a banner year for mechanical mods. Just from some of the chatter that I've seen, China's already started putting out some stuff. If y'all seen the Trishul by Hell Vape, it is a killer mod. I got one as soon as it came out. I got one. I gave it to Giz. I regret it now because it's fucking awesome. It's an authentic from China. It's $30, $35.
But that one's the one with no venting, right?
There is venting on it. Well,
there is venting.
there's not technically venting, no.
There's not technically.
But see, that's the thing. You don't the way the button is. It's so easy to get off. I mean, if it heats up in the slightest, 2 turns and the battery's out of it.
Well, and here's the thing.
I mean, and it's not. You don't have to mess with it. Just flick it.
If it's that easy to take off with under pressure, it would probably just blow off. So
yeah,
also,
exactly.
I don't know how available they are anymore. I haven't been able to find another one, but if you can find one, they're great fucking mods and they're cheap. Is the Phantom by Wotofo?
Yes.
Is a fucking great mech mod, and it
good
comes with a
beginner
hybrid.
mod.
Comes with a hybrid 510. It comes with a normal 510. It's just an amazing mod. I still use mine all the time. I've had it for over a year.
Do not get the Wismec Skylodon. It is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Don't get suckered into the cheap price and the shiny mod because it is a pile of shit.
Wismec, here's the thing. They have a lot of really interesting products, but they have no quality made products. Everything from the Rouleau to the fucking, what's the series one they made? The Cricket, the Noisy Cricket. All those ones are just not well made, man. They're just shoddy.
Is the Phantom a 22 millimeter mod?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Predator is freaking badass and made well. The Noisy Cricket 2, I think, is made well. No, the Rouleau and everything, I totally agree. I gave mine up after 2 weeks, but the Noisy Cricket 2 and the Predator, by far, the Predator is almost, I can say, the best mod I've ever owned.
Wow. I've never used a Predator. I have used the Noisy Cricket too, but I wasn't that impressed with it.
This is really nice. I've set my Noisy Cricket down and been vaping on this constantly because it gives really good battery life. Really good. The Zenith. And it's cheap and very affordable. It's like under $40. It's like in the 30 range, like 35.
I got mine for 20.
Wow. See, Cosmic Gopher has problems with his Skylodon. Buttons started sticking after a week, unfortunately. Wismac, you got to be careful with Wismac. That's all I'm saying.
I've been having issues with since the update with my RX 300.
Of course.
Yeah, I had 3 other Wismac products I absolutely despised and I didn't think were good at all. But the Predator, yeah.
You got me interested. I want to check it out for sure.
Well, Daniel's in the vape shop all the time, and he said, by far, it's the best Daniel DJ LSB. And you know he tears shit apart. He tears it apart, puts it back together. So far is the best mod he's used of 2017. So, and that's the only reason why I got it, because like I really don't need any more mods. But I'm telling you, it fires on point. It feels great in the hand.
Is it a regulated device?
Yeah. Where is mine? See, I had my stuff from earlier. Where is it?
And even setting it back down to the next version, you know, like where you upgrade and then you downgrade,
yeah,
it still causes the problem.
Lame.
So
Fucking
just letting people know, if you haven't updated your RX 300, wait, because I put it in Daniel's head of maybe the upgrade is faulty and makes things go bad, because my RX 300 was working flawlessly. I just wanted to sit there and see what the upgrade was about, and now I regret it because it's causing it to always say low battery, or the batteries are not draining properly, or it'll say, you know, I just put the batteries in and they say low battery. I'm like, wait a minute, it's the same thing. I just had it on 2 seconds ago. So yeah, major issues with the update.
Yeah, do you want to answer that question real quick?
Yeah, I've been trying to get on this one. She originally asked the difference between a hybrid and a regular 510. The things on a regular or regulated device, those are just regular 510s. Usually the only time you have to worry about it typically is on a mod, like something like this. Now this does have a regular 510, but the difference is this has a pin in it, just like a regulated device, usually a spring-loaded 510 or something like that. On a mod that has a hybrid, it's just a hole that goes straight to the battery.
Like this. Let me show.
Here, I'm showing right through mine.
Oh, there you go.
Battery touches the 510 directly.
Like that. You can see the battery down in there. That's not a pin.
And that's why you need a protruding 510 pin, so that it can touch just the battery and not the housing of the 510 housing. If it does that, you can have a dead short, or possibly thermal runaway.
Absolutely.
Or fusion
sketchy
and ready to be a bomb.
Yeah. So Rosa Pooney asked, what's the favorite tank for flavor? I'll let everybody touch on this, but I have to say that for me, by far, it's been the Conqueror. It was my favorite. It was definitely my favorite tank of 2016. They have the Conqueror Mini now, which even has better flavor than the Conqueror, and definitely recommend it. It's got a postless deck. You do have to build coils for it, so if you're not comfortable building coils, I mean, you can buy coils from Yeti here to go right in it. It's an amazing tank, has amazing flavor. It's the closest to a dripper for a closed tank that I've ever seen. I just love it. So
for me, it's for stock coils, because she doesn't build. Mine's the Cleto. Straight up. Actually, the Cleto just came out with a different version, which has top airflow, which I'm stoked about. I already got it on pre-order. Second closest, if you like clouds and flavor, TFE8, I have 4 of them. I have, all these different colors, but tank-wise with a rebuildable section is definitely the Aromizer Plus. It comes with a 5 mil, 10 mil, and 20 mil tank. I love it. And that's
the Aromizer's great.
Maxwell, because I need it's a 30 millimeter tank, so you need a big mod in order to put it. But yeah, definitely the TFE8 hands down. If you're not wanting something that big that's going to go through juice, the Cleto. Cleto is $20 tank. I have so many people have it. I've gone through 3 of them with my husband because he breaks shit all the time. It's just good. I really, really love it.
I also recommend, if you're looking for a cheap pre-built coil sub-ohm tank, that Anakin just released the Scion high wattage tank. Has great flavor.
I have that and I gave one away. It's good.
Such good flavor, and it produces great clouds. The coils are at 0.5, but you can still rock it up to like 110 watts. Put all the way down to like 60 or 70 and still have a great vape. I love it. I really love it. It's the best product. In my opinion, it's the best product that Anakin has released in the last 2 years. I think it's a really, really amazing product.
Slushy,
And it's cheap.
what batteries are safe for mix?
I'm on it.
You know, in any of the Sony VTC series, like the 4s and the 5s are good for mix. But I wouldn't recommend buying those.
Not the VTC 5. The VTC 5A, yes. Not the 5.
There you go.
The 5 is only a 20 amp battery.
You're right. But I don't recommend those because they're like also one of the most counterfeited batteries on the market. So.
If you get them from IMR, they are authentic. They get them from the manufacturer, from Sony. It's not Sony, but yes, I would get if you go to IMR, get VTC 4s if it's for mech. VTC 5As, they're great. They're just twice the price. And if nothing else, 25Rs. You can't go wrong with 25R.
That's definitely what I would recommend.
I buy batteries from IMR. I don't buy anywhere else.
IMR or iLumen is good too to buy batteries.
Yeah. I was just going to say the VTC 4 and the VTC 5A are 30 amp.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and
sorry, I was going to say 25R is only 25 amp, so I'm done.
Yeah, no, but 25 amps, from what I've seen personally, it's 25 amp continuous draw, and that's always been plenty for me. If you keep it reasonable on your bills, even down to like 0.1, you're going to be fine with a 25R.
Exactly.
Speaking of battery, you know what? Here's the thing. I think you should buy the 5As, the VTC 5As, even if they are more expensive, because you don't want to skimp when it comes to batteries. That's the one area of your fucking vape budget that you shouldn't be skimping on. You should be buying the absolute best batteries you can.
Absolutely. If you skimp on everything else, don't skimp on batteries or chargers. Don't ever buy anything with fire in the title.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely. You cannot trust the fire.
Yeah. So IMR, really good place.
Yep.
IMR. iLumen is a really good place as well.
Yep. The VTC 4s on IMR, they are $4 a piece. The VTC 5As are $8 a piece, and the 25R are $5 a piece. And they always send battery cases.
The HP6 is good too. It's a good battery. It's got really low mAh. That's the only problem with it. It won't last you as long, but it does have a really high amp draw, which is great. So, okay, so I wanted to know, we were talking about what you guys have been vaping this week, and Ro, I want to know, I'm very curious.
I'm tried and true. There's I do a lot of juice reviews, if you guys see my channel, and 90% of the stuff sent to me, I won't tank. And if I won't tank, I save it, I put it behind here. A lot of my vape checking, I do a lot of converted smokers, so I donate to them. And my only stipulation is if I catch you with a cigarette, the flow stops.
Yeah.
So, things tried and true is I'm a huge Adore fan. I'm Adore whore to the T. But I've been really into mixing. So this week it's been Fuzzy Nuts. This is a mix of pure peach and hazy custard. Banana Bondage is always in the rotation. And then when I want to break, if I got like a really sweet tooth, it's Cracked Pie and Sick Boys M.
BYC.
Yeah, my balls are chin.
Yeah.
Fried. But rocking the Aroma on the Maxo, I'm always rocking a TFE, and because I'm always going somewhere, I love the 350 or the G for battery life. But I just got this bad boy right here. It is the Lost Vape Squonker.
Those are dope. Yeah, those are dope.
With the Crichton on top. Really loving it. I mean, super simple menu. Fire's right. The Crichton flavor is amazing, and the fact that I'm a lazy dripper and I don't like dripping, I only drip when I'm at my desk. The squonker on it is killer, so I get all the benefits of dripping without having to constantly break out a bottle because I over drip. I have juice everywhere. I drop shit. But in that, I've got Sexcapade, which is what we did on our show tonight. Yeti would love this. This is peach colada with another strawberry vape. Tastes like a Bahama Mama from Red Lobster, like a strawberry pina colada. It's so good.
Yeah, she first said that, and I'm like, why would you want to make a hot sausage? Because that's what I know was Bahama Mama.
Yeah, but it right now we're up to 42 flavors on the remix line right now. So I just like when you can take good juice and make totally different juice out of it, and know that it's gonna still be good as long as you figure out the ratio. So I've been really stuck with those.
Yeah, that's dope. I've really been enjoying your show. The mixing stuff, I think, is really fucking fun. And it gets people just into the idea of mixing and of maybe starting to go a little DIY. I think it's just great. It's a great service to the community.
I did see on Instagram a little picture of some DIY that Mr. Travis has. So I think somebody needs to come on my show.
I would love to. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh,
Anytime, just let me know.
So and it's before yours ago, so I know you're up and you're ready.
Yeah. I'm totally there. Yeah, no, I would love the idea. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of DIY. That's what I've been vaping for the most part. I vape my own DIY stuff just because it's a lot cheaper and it's the flavor that I want, which is like a strawberry cream with a little bells and whistles. And I've also been working on another flavor called Cobra Cake, which is a creamy lemon pound cake with some bells and whistles. And it's really good too. You know, that's the thing. You brought up a really interesting point. When you're a reviewer, especially like us, we do a lot of juice. I do mostly juice. That I have a lot of juice coming in, so people just think that I'm like always vaping tons of different shit. And in all reality, I'm a really simple guy, and there's a few things that I really like. I know I've done 500 juice reviews at this point, so I know a good juice from a bad juice. But that doesn't mean that just because the juice is good that I'm going to vape it all the time. You know, I have really specific tastes, and there's only a few things that I'm going to vape all the time. So.
Our job as a reviewer, and Nikki will agree to this because she's a reviewer as well, is a good nick. You're going to tell if it's good nick. Does it have a throat hit? That's why I say it's smooth on the inhale, smooth on the exhale, or I'll tell you if it itches or it's not good. Does it have good cloud production, and does it live up to its profile? Because 90% of the stuff that I get in, although are good juices, I would not personally keep when I can pass it on to somebody else and let them benefit, because I'm not going to enjoy it as much as something I have. Literally, there's 10 juices in my rotation. 10. And if I have not picked up a juice bottle that is sitting back there within a month, then it goes somewhere else, so someone's going to get better use out of it than me. That doesn't mean it's a bad juice, because I tell you in my review, lately I've been vaping. Okay, let me ask you. What did I just do? Is it just me, or is since August 8th, the quality of juices coming out is just not there?
It's not the same. No, we're getting a lot of lesser quality liquids. Yeah.
And there's so much hype around these juices, and I'm like, what are people tasting? Somebody when they come back to vaping, because I don't get it. Like the Monster Jam lime, to me, I don't get it. There's so much hype about it, but I'm like, it's like crap. It's like,
yeah, I've heard a lot about it, but then I tried it, and there was one that I liked. It was okay. I wouldn't vape it all the time, and I definitely don't get the hype around it. For the most part, the fruits involved in that are very low quality. I didn't think they were high quality at all. So
the apple one tastes like beer to me. The Angry Orchard, it tastes like Angry Orchard hard cider. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. I'm like, there's no bread in there.
Rosa asked, what's your best lemon that you've ever tried? But I asked her the question, what kind of lemon? See, these are the questions that you know.
Well,
what kind of lemon?
My favorite lemon vape is probably lemon tart from, oh my God, Dinner Lady is really good. It's really good. I like it.
You saw my last review, right? I just now, after a year of it being out, just tried it, and I'm so mad about it because I freaking like it, but I don't agree with the price point. I don't agree with 30 mils.
It's not priced well. They do have 60 mils.
But
the price point sucks.
Yeah, the price point sucks, and that's because it's such a popular liquid. And but here's the other thing: they also have lemon tart was my top 3 juices of 2016. But also, one of my least favorite juices of all time is their fucking strawberry custard. It was terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. Like one of the worst juices I've ever had in my life. So it's just crazy. It's just all over the place.
She wants something sweet and tart, like maybe like a lemonade.
Then I would say that the lemonade line from Vapetasia is fucking amazing. Totally amazing. And they have several different flavors. There's like a strawberry lemonade, a peach lemonade, and they're all
Yeah,
bangers.
I want to try them. I want to try
So
them.
good.
And if you're looking for a strawberry lemonade, strawberry submission.
Strawberry submission, 100%. You're not going to be disappointed. That's a fucking amazing, amazing.
If you're on a budget, Big Bottle Co. puts out an electric
A whole
lemonade.
bunch of lemonades. They're really good.
Mhm.
And if you're looking for a raspberry lemonade, what was that one that we had from Premium Vape Supply?
Nitro Vapors.
Nitro Vapors has a raspberry lemonade. It's really, really good. I love raspberry lemonades. And it's like the black raspberry. You know,
I don't like raspberries in vapes. From what I've seen so far, there's just not raspberry flavoring available that is accurate to actual raspberries. It just
But
tastes.
this is not like
really
a red
artificial.
raspberry. This one's more of a black raspberry. It's really delicious.
There's just some
Naked 100
flavors.
is the best raspberry I've tasted.
Naked 100 has the best fruit line, period, in my opinion.
Did you
They're
see that?
amazing.
They just came out with a candy vape line. I've
We
never
just-
liked the candy vape. That shit is not leaving my inventory.
No, we just reviewed all of those, and I've released one of the videos. It's the best candy flavors that I've ever had. 100%. I hate candy flavors, but this shit is totally vapeable. The sour sweet, that's my favorite one. It's really good. It's really good.
See, and that was the only gum I've ever tried that I actually liked. They're yummy gum. I've never tried a gum I liked, and they actually were good.
Oh, Slim.
Some being rotten out there.
Yes, she is. And sorry, but that's the color of it that's on the bottle.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, Yeti, what have you been vaping this week?
I met
All kinds of stuff.
Mech mods. Yeah, no doubt.
This thing mostly.
stack.
Oh, there's Gizzard.
Stack broadside.
Where's
I
Gizzard?
fell in love with this shit.
What's that?
It's called Sauce.
Slice.
Sauce by Chain Vapes.
What's
They
the profile?
I don't know. they
Because I
say
like it, but I don't know what it is.
well they say that it's a raspberry lemonade, but I don't taste raspberry or lemons. It tastes like a big pile of good. I don't know. They've got 3 in their line. They've got this one and they've got one it's just a strawberry. It's all it is, just a strawberry vape. It's fucking awesome. And then they've got one that's I believe it's a cereal. Is it? Am I right, Giz?
Oh, you
I
guys
believe
got
it's
it.
a cereal vape.
You know what
Yeah,
I want to do? You know what I want to do so bad is I want to send everybody a bottle of liquid for like a live show. Like when I know everybody's going to be here, like send everybody like a little 10 ml bottle of a liquid. And we'll all have the same liquid, but I want everybody to like blind taste it and say, this is what I think it is. And just see how far off everyone is, because I think when you don't know the profile, your mind will fill in the blanks, and it'll be like, oh, it's this and it's this. And
I've been
that.
trying to get that done for a while, to get a juice company to send me the A, B, C, D, E, no label on it, no profile,
Mhm.
and have a group of people do blind live juice tasting. And I'm yet to get a juice company to send and have it done.
No juice companies want to admit that their flavors don't actually taste like the profiles,
Mm-hmm.
because they live on those profiles. Go ahead,
Well,
Eddie.
that's like what me, Shane, and Giz was talking about the other day. So much of it is put like when you read the profile or you read the label and it says blah blah blah, your mind instantly thinks whatever it says.
And you're gonna go and watch people's reviews of it first before you vape it.
I never do that.
right.
Well, no, like I sit there and see the hype. When they sit there, oh, we're going to send it to you. I'm like, well, what's their flavor profiles? Go to our website, pick out a few juices, and you automatically think, before you send it, and it's like, oh.
No, Juan, the company is called Chain Vapes.
Chain vape.
Oh, Yeti's all over it. Sorry.
No.
Jeff is like,
But yeah, that's the thing. People just go on the profile and they're like, whether it's there or not, their mind thinks that that's what they're tasting.
hold on, I'm trying to take over.
And if you do that, if you honestly were to do that, you'd be surprised how many people get. Everybody will have a different reaction. I promise.
Absolutely, and that's proof that taste is subjective. You know what I mean? Because if everybody's tasting something different, then it's just got to be that we're all interpreting flavors differently.
Yep.
Because I've had people come back and say, that's bullshit. Taste isn't subjective. If it's strawberry, it's supposed to taste like strawberry. It's like, well,
Yeah, it's
sort
not
of.
true.
You know, like in theory,
'Cause
that
it's-
should be true, but it's not.
But there's also about 27 different flavors of strawberry that's out there in the flavor world. So it depends on which combination you use.
Tony,
Like my
so
strawberry
like-
vape.
How long your tongue has been not subjected to cigarettes too. Your
yeah.
level of taste buds and your taste coming back is totally different. There's other
And
factors.
it could take years to get your flavor back to normal. Because I tell you what, I went back and watched some of my original reviews, and at that point, I had been totally off of cigarettes for about a year. You know what I mean? Because I had been struggling dual using for a couple of years, and so because the technology just wasn't good at that point, I was still using CE4s and Egos and just terrible vapes. So it took a while, but I remember like those original reviews, I went back and watched them while I was vaping the liquids, and it was like a totally different liquid. You know what I mean? Like the things that I was tasting then, I wasn't getting the full profile because I wasn't able to.
Well, and also they could have changed their formula since the time that you vaped it.
Yeah, that's true. Slushy, it's so funny that Slushy's brought up Suicide Bunnies, the OB, because that's the liquid that I was talking about that I just went back and watched because I was just vaping OB. And it can taste like a lot of different things, which is true. And Tony, 420 Full, said they need a juice, call it what you want, which is that would be amazing.
And also, when you were vaping that on your very first videos, what wattage were you vaping at?
And what device and what
And
kind
what
of
device?
oils and what
The
kind
only
of
true way to
atomizer.
do it is to sit there and go back and do the exact same tank, exact same
Yeah.
setup, exact same.
Totally. Okay. Yeah.
Not as
So I
fucking
have been vaping. My Giz sent me a reproduction broadside. I've been vaping that with some of this killer custard from Vapetasia, which is amazing. And I have been vaping, what do you call it? My stacked Able with the Mutilator, which is like a $6 Addy, which is amazing, with the wonderful Parfait from Vapetasia, which is definitely one of my top liquids of this year so far. The blueberry one actually, in my mind, outstrips the strawberry one by quite a bit, which is unusual for me because I'm a strawberry guy. Have you tried these yet, Ro? The Parfaits?
No, I gotta talk to somebody. Last one I got to try was the fruit and custard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
all right.
a huge fan
There
of
he
it.
is.
There he is.
Oh, let's see him. Oh my God.
This is Loki. My husband wanted to name him Thorn, but he's only
The
one.
trickster god.
Loki, that's such a great name.
Up to three, but right now he's only one.
Oh my God.
He's a cute little fucker.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
is.
I guess I got to
He's
show
always
your
gotta have,
mom.
like, one of his toys that are about the same size as him because he was part of a big litter and he starts shaking if he doesn't have a toy. So
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
We're gonna have to get him that
That's how
big
Penny
lamp.
was.
Where's my puppy at, motherfucker?
he's not.
We had
He's a puppy.
when Penny was she was a pup. She was 5 weeks old when we got her, and she had this little bitty giraffe that she was the same way with. She was a nervous wreck unless she had it. But the thing was as big as she is, but it's only this big. Thing
Oh,
Well, they
fucking
say
tiny.
with toy breeds and stuff because they have bigger litters. The pups are always on top of each other to comfort, and so when you first get them, you have to have something that resembles, something their size.
Yeah.
Because that's what they cuddle with. So.
That's so cute. My neighbor just had a baby, and it was 3 weeks premature, and so it's only 4 pounds. The fucking kid's head is like as big as it's not even as big as my fist. My fist is like double its head. It got my wife fucking baby crazy now. She wants to have another baby so bad.
Uh-oh.
My son's 15. We almost got him out of here. don't need more.
Oh, shit. Here you go.
What you got there? Hell, you got there, Yeti.
Someone to see my sub-ohms. This one is the authentic. I polished it, just the sides that you touch. I polished that up and left the inner grooves. I let them patina. And this one is the clone. But had I not done that, there's absolutely no way to tell them apart. Absolutely no way. No way.
So you'll know shiny.
Even the top cap is even identical.
See, a lot of these clones, man, it's just, they're not clones, they're totally reproductions, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't want to say it online.
I'm with you. Yeah, some of them aren't even reproductions. So, okay, where are we going with this here? Okay, let's do the cloud competition.
Shit.
You ready for this, Yeti?
No,
yeah, I gotta turn the fans off. I just got all the fans turned on.
I gotta put the puppy down.
Uh-oh. Yeah, my local dog pound was just doing a special thing where they were adopting dogs for $20, which is cool. I mean, because we got to get dogs out of our shelter. But at the same time, I'm a little concerned that people are people that shouldn't have dogs can all of a sudden afford dogs. Because normally it's like $300 to adopt a dog from our pound. So it's good and bad, and I'm scared for the puppies.
What our dog pound or like our dog shelter and stuff like that has done is if you are on assistance of any sort, you can come down once a month and get a bag of dog food.
That's good.
So they, when you need it, they're there for it. You just have to show proof that you're on some type of assistance, because a lot of these people had the animals before they've gotten on assistance, and they just can't afford it because you can't buy dog food with assistance.
You can't buy dog food with food stamps, which is crazy. Yeah. You should be able to use food stamps.
You'd be able to buy it food and make it up and feed it that way, but it's not good to eat table scraps.
Well, here's the thing: you can buy candy, soda, fucking all this other crazy shit with food stamps. You could go into a store with your food stamps and buy $200 worth of Reese's, and they won't stop you. But if you need dog food or diapers, here's another thing: diapers, formula, all that shit's not covered by food stamps. Fucking insane.
Not food.
No, not food. Can't eat it.
I guess it's fucking crazy.
I guess you could.
All right, y'all ready?
You could eat a diaper. I wouldn't.
You could eat baby formula.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but you could. I'm a breast milk guy personally. I like breast milk. So.
Your breast stank.
Dildo breast stank. No, that's what I got a lot of heat because when we reviewed the MYLK, the milk line, that to me tasted a lot like breast milk. And other people were like, "Oh, it tastes like rotten milk, mac and cheese," and I'm like, "No, breast milk."
See, the juice that got me off of cigarettes was actually the milk line's caramel almond.
That's really good.
And I told Natty about that. It was part of my vaping strategy. Just don't try the original. It tastes like mac and cheese. I'm like, well, good thing I haven't.
It's not.
He refrained from going when we were at Detroit, not this year, last year, from even going over to the booth because of that juice that one time.
It's not for everyone.
No,
the smell.
He wouldn't try the others. He was like,
You gotta try the strawberry. The strawberry milk is one of the better strawberry milks on the market. I have no problem saying that. It's really, really good because it's just a strawberry milk. It's no bells and whistles and shit.
If you turn it into Max Headroom again.
Oh my god. This is the worst day ever. All right, I'll be right back.
Do. My baby loves the boo.
Okay. And I'm back. Okay, who wants to go first? Yeti, you gonna go first?
I can. You want me to?
Do you not want it?
All right, fine. Let's say it's over.
Okay, here we go. Yeti's in the house.
Yeti wins.
He's got to defend his championship here. Dildo breath stink. No redos. You fucked up.
You asshole.
I'll let you do one more. One more. Go for it. What's up, Mosh? What's up, dog?
That's fucked up, dude.
I knew that was gonna work. Oh. You want to wait a second here before you go again?
Yeah, because that needs to rewick.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll go. My
All
turn.
right, fuck it. Let's go. Okay, go.
I am using.
But it still smells burnt.
Are you gonna go? You go.
Go.
I'll go. You go.
Go. Go.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, I am using the, speaking of this, because I already talked about it, it's the Scion high wattage tank. I'm using it at 100 watts. It's 0.50 ohms. Yeah, all right. Not the best, but hey, it's a fucking tank. From Innikin. That's pretty good. Okay, who's next?
Shit out of it.
Well, I guess that's your fucking one go then, Yeti.
Are we using sub-ohm tanks or just tanks?
Any tank. It's an open tank.
Yeah,
That tasted good.
Do I get to go or not?
Go for it.
Go, go, go.
All right. Fuck it.
Burnt cotton. Breast milk, titty butt, dildo
Oh, I may have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeti, you fucked up, bro.
Oh, Nick.
Nothing but cotton.
Here we go, Nikki. Oh. That's not bad, Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki's bringing the heat.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roro.
Watch, I'm gonna get beat up by a Pico. No,
So,
you have to
no,
compromise her.
my coil was burnt on the
Okay,
penis.
that's right.
We're going to be using the Robo Penis
Roro,
at
go, go.
0.3 ohms at 77 watts. Dense, but not big.
That's what she said.
And that's not with big bitch coils in it.
Okay, so chat gets to decide who won the competition. Roro got 1 vote. Come on, everybody. Let's get your votes in here. Mosh for Travis. And
Yeah,
Yeti, you can't blame me for your subpar performance.
Nikki.
Rosa Pooney, Nikki, Vito C. Travis, Roro Gizzard, you're such a traitor.
Oh.
He knows. Look, I'm standing in for Giz, so it's a Giz win for Giz too.
That man with his hair down is a sight to behold. He's like a redheaded Jesus.
Oh my gosh, it's like poof.
Voop with me, you're so sweet. We all win. We're all winners.
We're all winners.
Participation
I
awards
disagree.
for everyone.
No.
No, Yeti lost for sure.
No, see,
Yeah, it
nobody
was
can. We're not
interference.
that type of group to where we sit there and give out trophies to everybody. Fuck that shit.
No,
Turn that
I might
down,
be a bleeding heart liberal, but
Yeah, these
I'm
guys are
definitely not
fucking me
giving.
over, so go ahead and give me the fan.
Oh, we can't help but let you laugh on certain
So
things.
this is
I want a fucking rematch. That's bullshit.
this is the most contentious competition that we've had so far. There's a lot of votes for everyone.
Yeti, because I actually want to beat Yeti fair and square. There's no saying that.
No,
Yeti
because
has-
that's
Yeti
not right. I
has
can
literally
be
gotten-
a poor sport. Everybody,
He's
you know
literally
what
gotten 0 votes, so he doesn't get to compete.
It's
I mean?
Okay.
Because you made me laugh on my pool.
Aw, poor little fella. Okay, let's all. Hey, here we can do it all. We can all take another poll. So there's no fucking question. What do you say?
But we are all winners.
I'm just fucking,
yeah.
just fucking.
Okay, so
Let me heat up my basic bitch coil. So, or should I do
Let
the
me-
TFT8? I could sub-ohm it.
do it.
I
You got another shot here, Rilla.
All right.
think she's got it, doesn't she?
Huh?
It looks
I
like
think
Ro's got it. doesn't it?
it's. I think it might be a tie.
Come on.
Between Ro and
Are
Nikki.
you
or
going,
you?
Yeti? Are you going
Yes,
first,
you can.
Yeti? That way there's no excuses. that you got dry cotton?
I'm out. Remember?
No, he said we're all doing it again.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I'll sit out.
6.
Aww.
Let Travis and Roro go.
I want to see if I can beat Yeti.
Row
Yeti.
won anyways.
This is just for fun.
Yeah, Row, you won. You beat Yeti, fair and square.
There you go. Beat that.
That's it. That's it, Yeti.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, God, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to have Miji.
I've seen Yeti freaking cloud comps.
Next week, let's do RDTAs. Does everyone have an RDTA?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do those, and then we'll really see who the fucking Cloud King is or Queen. But tonight it's Roro. Congratulations, girl. You won. You got 1 point.
That just means you gotta get your work done.
You, Paul, and Yeti have all won.
I'll do it on the Sherman.
There you go.
I'll be Roro if she has to go with a dragon. You have to exhale a
I
dragon.
can't do a freaking pop an O. What are you talking
Me
about?
neither. I try to do O's and I just look like I have Down syndrome or something.
I can do vape bomb. For my videos, when I don't like something, because I like to be nice, I like to stay positive, right? Should I just do vape vomit so you all will know I don't like it? You go like,
You do vape vomit when you don't like it. What are you talking about?
Here's
that
another
was
thing too. Is
this
it
the worst juice I've ever tasted in my life.
sometimes people will realize that I'll be trying to stay positive while criticizing. You know, I'm not going to let a juice off 100%, but I try to stay positive, and people will just see my face and they'll be like, "No, I see your face. You fucking hate it. You don't even try to stay positive. We can tell you're fucking vomiting inside."
That's what happened with that that Cloud Pops or Pop Clouds bubblegum. You go, no, no. I couldn't even take a second vape on the dope.
You know, if anybody wants to watch a really funny video, you can go watch. I've mentioned it many times. We reviewed a juice called Black Cherry from Mount Baker Vapor. We tore it up so fucking hard. We hated it so much that they literally stopped making it. I'm not even joking. I said whoever fucking made this juice should be fired. Whoever tasted this juice and thought it was acceptable should be fucking fired. And literally a couple months later, they sent me an email and they're like, "Yeah, we're not selling that anymore and stuff." And good. I hope you fire those guys.
There's a cherry e-liquid out there that actually tastes good because I haven't found one yet.
Yeti, you want to tell them a good cherry e-liquid?
That doesn't taste medicinal.
Good cherry. I don't
Yeah.
think they make one. Well, Big Lou.
There you
Big
go.
Lou had one.
I've never tried any of
Big Blue has one that's called Perfect Cherry or some shit like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was it called? I can't remember.
Well, I don't remember what it's called. All I know is that there's not a drop of cherry flavoring in it.
But it tastes like cherries.
Yeah, it tastes like straight up cherry.
But that's the thing, Roro, is they don't make a good cherry flavoring. It's just not available. It's all shit. It's all total
I
shit.
don't want to vape Robitussin.
Cherries, raspberries, and bananas seem to be three fruits that vape companies just can't get right. And it's because there's no flavorings available that make it decent. The only banana I've ever had that was 100% good is Banana Bondage by Adore.
And I think that's the reason why it won is because people were out there like, I don't want to rinse banana. I'm done.
And that's all it is.
Yeah.
100% of the time, it's always runt. It's fucking gross.
If you really want to, the one I loved with the raspberry that got me in love with raspberry is the raspberry buttercream by Riptide. So it was by Clancy's. Riptide. So sweet, so delicious. It was just,
What is that?
Oh my goodness.
Again, that's what I said. The taste is completely subjective. That's why I say if you've watched my videos with some progress, right? Like some progress. And what I mean is you've tried a couple of the juices I've said and you agree. That's what I mean when I talked about earlier. Find a reviewer that has your vaping style, your taste buds, and then go from there. The problem is if I'm looking for a juice and I'm willing to spend it out of my pocket, like lemon tart, like the dinner lady, right? There were so many mixed reviews. I refused to buy it. Somebody sent it to me and I'm like, fuck, no, I don't like this thing. But watch a couple different people. If you can't find that reviewer that's just has your flavor profile, like I have somebody who watches me constantly. It's something music. I feel bad because I don't remember her name. Everything that I really like, she likes too. So we have that same style. But say if I want to try something brand new, like the one you talked about, the new one. What did you just say from Vape? The Parfait. I'll go watch 3 or 4 different people, and if they consensually say it's good, then I'll go try it or spend my money to do it. But because I don't trust vape shops anymore when it comes to taste testing, because they all do 0. And I found through the process that Nick does affect flavor.
I don't even like liquids that don't have Nick, because I am so in tune with that Nick flavor. That 3 milligram nicotine flavor, it adds to the flavor for me, at least. I don't get 0 stuff. I never understood vaping 0. More power to people that can and that do vape 0. Just personally, I need that little bit of Nick kick. Yeah, and I totally agree with you. I think that you should find people that have a similar profile, that enjoy similar things that you do. I do think that you should watch more than one reviewer. And I also think that you should watch a reviewer's back catalog to kind of get in tune with what, like, if they're slamming something, like, because there's some reviewers that take the opposite tack of me and Ro, that focus on negativity and that focus on, I'm going to point out all the bad juices, whereas we try to point out all the good juices. I want to get people to vape good stuff, whereas there's other reviewers that point out, like, this shit is all terrible, don't vape this. And I think there's a place for both of those styles. And I think that you should watch a combination of both those styles. Like, you should watch stuff that you shouldn't vape, you know what I mean? You should watch negative reviews from people that kind of specialize in that style. And then you should watch stuff that, people like me and people like Ro, who will point out the diamonds in the rough, or point out just, this is quality liquid,
Yeah. And surprisingly enough, through my journey and through my vaping review process, the companies I love the most are the hands-on juice reviewers. Omageddon, Adore E-Liquid, From the Bottom Vapor. People who don't sub out their juice lines. They are made in-house, in their labs, that kind of thing, because they are hands-on. They are personally tasting the quality of their juices. They have their name on it. They don't have other people messing with their stuff. They know exactly what's going in. They are responsible. They make sure it's good before it ever leaves their door. I think when people outsource to people to do co-packing, even if they start out first doing it themselves, once they get to a co-packer, they have no more control over what's getting sent out. And I think
yeah, they do. They've got ultimate say.
They do.
Because if it comes out and it's not their quality, they pull the shit. They say stop selling the shit.
But here's the thing: is that there's always a difference between eating a McDonald's hamburger and eating a hamburger that's made by a chef in a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like there's like the mass produced stuff that could be good. You know what I mean? It could have a good flavor, but it just lacks the heart that a mom and pop liquid will give you. There's a difference. There's just a difference when something's made because somebody's passionate about it. I can, it sounds corny, but I can taste the difference in something that's made out of passion and something that's made simply to sell a product. You know what I mean? Like, and there are products that are mass produced that I do enjoy. I love Cutwood. What is it? The unicorn milk, the strawberry one. I love that shit. But you know what? I'll take anything else over that shit. Like I'll take any of Dawn's liquids over that stuff. I'll take, my own homemade juice over that stuff because it's made by people that care about what they're doing. Whereas the Cutwood stuff is made by a corporation at this point, Right. It's just a product.
There are some mainstream lines that are really good. Like I love Food Fighters e-juice, but the reason why they're so good is because they got 5 flavors in their line. I think when you go balls to the wall, excuse my French, and put out 30 flavors, you lose quality. I truly believe so. Or to keep your prices low, there's some companies out there that had good liquids, started mass producing some of their stuff, expanded their line, and started taking shortcuts when it comes to flavorings, subbing out high quality flavorings, high quality VG, high quality Nic. High quality VG and Nic right there alone will determine whether your product has standing ability. Because one thing I've learned in this business is, yeah, you can go through social media, use your vape porn girls and all this stuff to glamorize your product, but you're only going to get that customer once. They'll buy into the hype, they'll buy it, they'll realize it's not bad. And some of those companies are out there just to get, hey, you notice where they're coming out with new flavors every single month? Well, they ran out on the hype on this one. People figured out it was bad. Now they got to come up with a new flavor to mass produce. And that's why I said don't always look at what you see. I look for the little guys. And not only that, being a business owner myself, I support other business owners like Yeti, like, Omegeddon, like Vaping Swag, because I know the struggles and people, the heart that they put and the work they put in. And not only that, those same people in this community are constantly giving back. And I rather see my hard-earned dollars go to other people who are making their hard-earned dollars that give back without even asking for recognition. They're constantly giving back. And Yeti, I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeti's always giving back.
Well, and here's the thing, like when you compare like a coil that's made by Yeti and a coil that's made by fucking one of these companies from China, that are like super mass produced, the quality difference is marked. It's like a marked quality difference. You can so tell just from touching it and looking at it. And it's like that for every product. You know what I mean? You just lose the soul of a product when it's mass produced by a lab. And a lot of these labs, there are good labs that produce liquid, but the one specifically I'm thinking of, Cutwood, the one that they go to, that lab produces pretty much every liquid, every mass market liquid in California. It's this huge lab. And these guys, it's just like they haven't always been an e-liquid lab. It's just now they've fallen into this e-liquid business. And so to them, it's just another product to mix. They could care less about the e-liquid. You know what I mean? And it shows. It shows big time.
So one thing to say about Yeti, I got my first set of Yeti coils from him in August. They were Clapton's, right? And they are still rocking in my support. You can't get that still. And here's the thing. It's about, and I know you don't want me to say this, it's all about care. You get what you pay for with his coils. And if you dry burn them off, if you take a steel brush to them and clean them off, put a little water, steam clean them, keep them in good condition, you don't ever have to take them out. You don't ever have to take them out. And
I literally, the only time I've ever taken out Yeti's coils is when I want to put more Yeti's coils in its place.
But the thing is, and I vape crack pot, the gunkiest
Coil killer.
You need your cotton, you have to dry burn your coils every day, and they stand up to Yeti's coils can take it. It's all about care. That's what a lot of people don't understand. People wonder why, their mods are breaking and everything. You look at their mods and they're all jacked and dings in here. Take care of your shit. If you know how to properly take care of your batteries, mods, your tanks, they will last you. They will absolutely last you. The only mod that has actually died on me, officially died on me, was my iStick 200, and I paid $25 for it, and it lasted almost a year. But did I drop that thing? More times than I can count. Other than that, I've not had one mod die on me. Not one.
Yeah,
those iSticks aren't the best either. Go ahead, Getty.
I want everybody to say that, because I tell people that all the time. If you take care of the coils, you'll never have to buy. You probably will, in a couple months. But if you just take good care of them, proper care, you won't have to buy them that often. Just take damn good care of them, and they'll last. They will last.
And you're right. Months. They will last months.
Well, Will's had it sit for almost a year now.
Hey,
the pre-made coils that you get are shit. And they'll break in a week. So.
Yeti. Keith said, "Stop making your coils so good." Job security.
He's got job security because number one, the referrals. Number two, imagine this guy does no advertising outside of YouTube and recommendations, right? But the people who actually watch him and get into him have several different RDAs. So you get one for every single one of them. You don't have to worry about.
And here's the thing too, is that people watch Yeti on these live shows and stuff, and and you know, I'm not trying to talk about you like you're not here, Yeti, but people just love Yeti because he's so kind. He has such a good heart, and people just like that connection between this person I know from these videos is making the coils that I'm using in my products, and it means something to them.
He is totally. You could reach out to him, and he's a real person.
Yep.
But tell me
that means a lot to people.
I'm on my Limitless Arms mod right now. Tell me why. Oh my God.
Now what?
And try to reach out to Twisted Messes, or try to reach out to any of those other like big shot guys. Try to email those guys to get advice on your coils.
Oh, my response was on my Limitless Arms mod. Well, we're coming up with an update. It should be out shortly. Or you could pay to ship it here. We can look at it, and then you'll have to pay to have it shipped back.
Oh,
okay.
Crazy.
You're selling a $90 mod that does no better than my freaking Pico. All it is aesthetics, the way it looks. 2 weeks. I had it, and the thing won't even. It constantly says low batteries and all. Anyways.
That's such a fucking drag.
Well,
okay.
That's the one thing. Sorry. No, I was just gonna put this in real quick. That I kind of pride myself on, and I hardly ever talk about it, is that I go through. I asked Megs about this the other day. I asked her, we had one of these, hangouts. Do you think that my cleaning method is ridiculous, or it is? I'll admit it is a little ridiculous, but she was kind of like, do what you want to do. If you got the time to do it, then go for it. See, ever since day one, when I started Yeti Wire, how I clean my coils, I take every coil, every single one of them, and I brush them with a toothbrush, hot water and soap, and a toothbrush. I use green soap. It's the proper soap, surgical soap, and then after that, I ultrasonic clean them. And then after that's done, I sterilize them in vodka. And then I air dry them. And then after they're dried, I never touch them with hands again. They never touch human hands from that point on. Well, they don't touch, the only time I touch them is when I'm holding onto the leads when I'm brushing them.
You don't sit there and pet them?
No.
You don't kiss them for luck?
When I get them, I pet them. I kiss them. Love them.
But then after the vodka soak, then they air dry, and then they go straight into the package.
So you get them nice and drunk before you put them away.
Fuck yeah.
Well, they're at least
them drunk, then puts them in bed.
He puts them away wet.
I love it. Love it.
Sidetracked again.
Okay, so I wanted to ask one more question before we end tonight's show. So me and Yeti and Giz were hanging out and Vaping Swag. We're all hanging out the other night. And we were talking about a tank. It's called the Kabuki tank, and they just came out with version 1.5. It's a $90 to $100. What was the original one, Yeti? It was like $130, right? Or $160?
I think it's 100. Yeah, I think it's 160.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a tank, and it takes pre-built coils. And the whole point about this tank is that it's a mouth-to-lung tank. That's their whole thing, mouth to lung. The original cost $160. The new one costs $90. It takes the fucking the coils that you would get from Aspire, the Nautilus coils.
Mixed headroom.
Oh my god! I'll be right back.
Sorry. It's better to let him know, I guess.
And is this question, would you buy it? Because the answer would be, hail to the no.
Yeah, it's.
Now,
well, I'll let him finish.
Okay, here I am. So my question was, is that style of vaping dead?
No.
No. No, because I honestly, when you get into the high end stuff, most of the high end people, they all mouth to lung. Not all of them, but
why? That's what I want to know. Why?
Well, when I have talked.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, like me and Dean talk about it quite a bit from Coil Vapes, and he says when you vape like this, all you're doing is burning your liquid off. You're just burning it all off, and when you vape at a lower wattage, all the flavors, instead of just burning them off and turning it into vapor, you're getting actually all the actual flavors. So you're getting more nuance. That's his argument.
I totally disagree
So,
with that argument. I totally disagree
kinda do
100%. Just from my own
because-
experience of using products that are mouth to lung and then using high wattage products, I mean, it's just the flavor is more dense when you're using something like a mech mod with a low build. It's just a denser flavor. It's denser vape. I guess it all comes down to the person. In my opinion, the reason why high-end people use mouth-to-lung devices is because that's like it's like a built-in, like when the only products that you can get when you're spending that kind of money are mouth-to-lung devices. And so it's kind of like these certain people are like, well, I want to spend a lot of money, and so that's how I'm going to vape. And so it's.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, it's just, to me, it seems like it's more of like a bragging rights thing than a truly, like, this is how I prefer to vape. And so in my mind, I think that's probably phasing itself out, and I could see mouth-to-lung vaping going away in the next 2 to 3 years to where it's even more niche than it is now. Like where you're going to have only like a couple products like the Kabuki for $160, and that's going to be like a really niche product that only a few people are going to use. Already, it's like that for the most part.
The only thing that I could say is I think the reason that the products are like that are they're mouth-to-lung products and single battery, devices. I think the reason the high-end stuff is like that is because that's what high-enders want. I don't think it's that way because that's all that high-end has. Because I think if high-enders were high wattage, then there would be those, $5,000 high wattage devices, because they're all custom made. They're all, handmade shit, I just think that's just the way they are.
I think it's like a secret club for people with too much fucking money who are like, oh yeah, oh, you're vaping sub-ohm? Oh, no. This is so much better with this like super tight butthole airflow on my 30-watt mod with my 6-ohm coil and this tiny little fucking dripper. And it's like, you're using a dripper? What the fuck is your problem? Things like the Hellfire, all these just terrible, terrible products that they act like are really great. It's like you talk to them and they will fight you about it. Like, no, this is the best shit right here. And it's like, no, that's terrible. But, that's what they have to spend their money on. I can't think of any like really, really high-end products that are built for cloud chasing. There's none.
No, there's not any.
But your question was, do you think the trend of mouth-to-lung is going away? Number one, that Kabuki thing, never in my right mind in a million years would I recommend. Even it could be the best freaking mouth-to-lung device in the world. I'd never recommend somebody doing that because to me, $160 can get me 4 or 5 mouth-to-lung devices that I would believe just as great. But mouth-to-lung in general, I don't think it's going away. I think it's actually becoming more popular, and it's showing it's becoming more popular, like with the MyJet, the Earl, the Boulder, which is $10 device. And even for me, I have 2 mouth-to-lung devices for 2 reasons. And I hope you don't mind me talking about, but one, about 2 months ago, I got into using CBD. And the reason why I use CBD is, number one, I don't sleep. Number 2, I have really bad back and neck pain from me working 10 to 12 hours a day in my desk chair. So I use those. I no longer take pain medications. I no longer even take Advil. I don't put any of those substances in my body. I use it strictly for that. So I use a mouth-to-lung device to deliver CBD oil to me. Number 2, in the job I'm in, I'm extremely stressed out a lot because when business is not going well, that means there's not money flowing into my household because I'm a business owner. So when I am vaping like 6 milligram nicotine, I have that, kind of chest pain, aching pain where I'm craving my old habits of having a cigarette. I vape higher nic through a mouth-to-lung device. So even though, like, I absolutely think it's asinine to charge that amount of money for a bougie type product, mouth-to-lung product. I don't think mouth-to-lung is going away, and I think it's actually becoming more popular because of kind of the same things I just talked about.
It's it's weird because I don't really think about those products as being mouth-to-lung products. They are mouth-to-lung products. but I don't really think of them in being in the same category as something like a Russian 91% or a K-Fun. I guess that I'm thinking of like the higher end bougie, which is the best word in the world to describe it. But you're right, like the things like the eye care, those products are mouth to lung, but I think that they're more of a gateway to higher watt devices than an actual solution to quit smoking. I think that people like Grim Green and Ruby Roo and all these people that are always on the newest shit, they kind of drive these trends. And once they were using, like once you saw Grim on Instagram using whatever, the Myvon Earl or whatever, a bunch, people kind of just went, oh, I want that too. I know more people that use the Myvon Earls and the eye cares that are established vapors than new vapors. Because the number one question I get from every new vapor is, I want something that will have a cloud. It's like always what they want is, I want a cloud. You know what I mean? And so I just don't know if that's like really the way to go for a new vapor. I like those kind of devices, but I don't mouth to lung them. I just carb it a little bit with my mouth, let some air in, and I lung it. Because I want the higher nick. That's what it's all about.
Those and all that stuff, unless they are like a crazy heavy chain smoker, I don't ever go for those first. My number one go-to tank is the Cleto or the Nautilus, just depending if they want that. I always say go with a good flavor tank like the Cleto. Spend the extra $4 or $5 to get the 510 adapters, mouth to lung adapters. You can find at any brick and mortar. That way you're not having to buy another tank in 2 weeks when you're over that kick. Yeah. But for me, now that I'm at 3 milligrams of nicotine, actually I prefer 1.5. That when I'm having that really stressed out moment, I want the delivery of higher nicotine to be more condensed and slower. So that's the reason why I use a mouth to lung device. But I agree with you. I think there's the wrong message coming out there when it comes to these trends. I think there is a legitimate need for mouth to lung devices. I just don't think high end is the way to go for them.
And I think that some of those devices, I think that stuff like the eye care and all these other devices, the closed systems, I think those are better for us. When we want a higher nick, like if you're saying, like if you're stressed out, you're having a bad day, I want a higher nick, but I can't rock 6 on my stack. It's just too much for me. But through something like the eye care, I can rock a really high 12 milligram nicotine and get that nice calm fix, you know. And this is what I rock my CBD on, is my stack. So.
And then you also got people that go.
When I rocked a freaking CBD on an RDA, I took 4 drops on an RDA and my ass was passed out.
Oh yeah, that's what I want. I just want one good fucking brush and I can just lay down and die.
You also got people that go to work and maybe only get a few vape breaks and stuff like that, little, cigarette breaks and stuff. And they need that nick fix real quick. So those little stealth vapes that they can carry in their pocket,
because he only gets like 15 minutes and he puts, I think what he said, 18 milligram in a boulder. He takes 4 or 5 hits and he's ready to finish the other 5 hours of his day and not be nicking.
See, that's just that reinforces that I think those devices are more for us than new people. In my opinion, that's just my opinion.
Well, it's also about when you're
one of these times.
You need battery life when you first start vaping, because you're going to chain vape just like you smoked. And I'm wholeheartedly on that. When it comes down to you need battery life.
Jesus Christ.
Battery life, because it'll while you're charging it, you're going to go back to cigarettes.
Yeah, a lot of things are going to send people back to cigarettes. There's no doubt about that.
So if you don't have a charge device or a second device, while that's charging, you're going to go back to cigarettes.
The thing I hate the most is devices that you can't charge and vape at the same time, like the ones with the built-in batteries.
Pass-through.
Oh God, that fucking drives me crazy if it doesn't have pass-through. Oh my God.
I was saved with my MVP because it had a pass-through.
Oh yeah.
I had it on a charger and I was, but I'd set it down and I'd walk away for a little bit. But if I needed it, it was there. The other things took 4 hours to charge.
That's why I use my MVP at work, because it's got 4,500 mAh and it has pass-through, and so I can have it hooked up to my computer and be vaping.
Why do you think my husband's iPower and Cleto are the stream is sitting here? Because he got a hold of the MPV4 with the cyan and it's gone.
It's such a good fucking combo. It is such
He
a
only
good
has
combo.
to charge it like every 2 days.
Yep. Even me, and I vape the fuck out of this thing. I vape it every 2 or 3 days. So I love it. I love it. All right, so I think that we're going to call it quits. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody on the panel. I'll let them tell you where they can where you can find them. I want to thank everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful. I couldn't do it without you. I could, but it wouldn't be as fun. Okay. All right. So Nikki, why don't you tell them where they can find you?
You can find me on YouTube, all social media, Vaping with Nikki B, and over at vapeshack.org, and on my show Saturday nights.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, Nikki. It's always a pleasure.
No problem.
Ro, why don't you go?
Well, you guys can find me at Vape With Me on YouTube, Vape With Rochelle on Instagram, always in the vapeshack.org. I'm there almost every single day, several hours a day, sad to say. But and my show on Sundays at 7 p.m. before Fagan Show, Friday nights on Tommy Vapors, and Saturdays on Nikki's show. So
excellent. And we were lucky enough to snag you for this show, and we hope that you'll come back and join us again.
Oh, she has to.
Yeti, fair and square.
Yeah, you got it. It'll be you and Yeti head-to-head, open competition.
Yeah.
Yeti,
What?
why don't you tell them where they can find your wonderful coils?
Slim,
You don't know anymore?
It's the Rock by Boulder. Boulder is the brand. Rock is the device.
You're selling those now?
No, I was helping her out.
Okay.
He carries them.
And you can locate my coils at yetiwire.com, where there's 15 types of coils, either 15 or 18. I can't remember. Shit, there's a lot of them. If you need them, I got them.
I am posting it in the chat. If anybody's curious and they want to go check out Yeti's shop, I just posted a link in the chat. All right. Yep. And you know where you can find me because you're there right now. My name's Travis, and this has been Beast Mode number 25, Easter Sunday, Vape something spectacular, whatever. Yeah, be sure to hit the like button before you guys leave. That way you can let the panel know that you guys had a good time, and they will come back and play with us again. All right. Good night.
Love you.
Oh, shit. No, wrong one. We're still going.
Still love you.